So let's talk about Jody. Jody has a big challenge on her hands. She's an apprentice, and to pass, she absolutely needs to master something called Behavior B4. Her whole qualification is riding on it.
But here's the thing. That keyword, preemptive, what does that even mean? It sounds kind of corporate, a little fuzzy, right? What are we actually talking about when we say someone needs to be preemptive in their job?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. Welcome. We're going to break down how to master Behavior 4 and become what I like to call the preemptive professional. And we're going to do it by following a story that'll make it all click.
All right, so here she is, Jody. She's a level 6 project controls apprentice at a big company, Ibis Stores. She's smart, she's capable, but she's at that final hurdle. You know the one. It's not just about doing the work anymore. She has to prove she can think ahead, act strategically, and for that, B4 is everything.
Jody knows the first step is always to get a solid definition. So she heads straight to her line manager, Riddle. He's been around the block. She just asks him point blank, Riddle, what is preemptive behavior really?
And Riddle boils it right down for her. He says, Jody, think of it like seeing around corners. You're not using a crystal ball, you're using your skills in the data to actively look for what could happen, good or bad, and then you do something about it before it becomes a reality. And the key thing to remember, it is all about foresight, looking forward, not hindsight, looking back.
To really make it stick, Rittal shows her this. He says, look, being reactive is simple. You see the project's already over budget and you write a report about it. That's just history. Being proactive, though, that's where the magic happens. You see a trend in the numbers that tells you, hey, we're going to be over budget in a few months, and you sound the alarm right now. That isn't reporting, that's insight.
Riddle tells her, this is what a level 6 pro looks like. You're not just a number cruncher. You're the person who spots the smoke before there's a fire. You're the one who bravely asks, are we being a bit too optimistic here? And you're using that foresight to help the team make smarter choices today.
Okay, Jody's got it. The concept is clear, but now for the tricky part. How do you actually develop this skill? So she books some time with her mentor, Adam, a guy known for no-nonsense practical advice. Her question is simple. How do I build this foresight muscle?
And Adam gives her 4 solid steps. First, he says it's a mindset shift. Stop obsessing about what went wrong last month and start forecasting what might happen next month. Second, sharpen your analysis skills. Make that data tell you a story about the future. Third, and this is a big one, build your confidence. You got to be brave enough to raise your hand and flag a concern that hasn't fully materialized yet. And finally, always reflect. Did your early warning help? What did you learn?
Now, Adam doesn't just leave it there. He gives Jody actual homework. He's like, go on, take last month's data and see what future risks you can spot. Then grab a project plan and challenge every single assumption in it. And finally, think back to a time something went sideways and write down how an early warning could have changed everything. Real, tangible stuff she can do.
Right, so Jody knows what it is and how to get better at it. But for any apprentice, there's the final boss, proving you can do it. So she meets with her coach Olivia to talk about the nitty-gritty of getting the right evidence into her APTM portfolio.
And Olivia makes it crystal clear with this table. She explains that weak evidence is all about looking in the rearview mirror, a report on an issue that's already happened. Strong evidence? That's about looking ahead. It's the forecast you built that led to a change. It's the email you sent giving an early warning. It's even just a quick bit of feedback from a project manager saying, hey, thanks for that heads up.
Olivia then hands Jody this checklist. This is pure gold. These are the things that assessors love to see. A reflective statement where you explain how you saw an issue coming, the actual forecast you created, a screenshot of the risk you logged in the system, any feedback that mentions your foresight. This is the stuff that proves you're thinking ahead.
So Jody's portfolio is starting to look great. It's time to tackle the final piece of the puzzle, the endpoint assessment, or EPA. To get ready, she goes back to her mentor, Adam, and asks him to grill her with a mock professional discussion.
Adam gets into character. He leans back and hits her with a classic EPA question. See, he's not asking what you did, he's asking, how do you think? He wants to know about her method, her process for spotting those issues before they cause trouble. And look at this, Jody is ready. She delivers a top-tier, distinction-level answer. You can hear the confidence. She uses all the right keywords, trends, forecasts, early signals. She shows she has a system and knows how to use it professionally. That's exactly what an assessor wants to hear.
Adam then hits her with another one, asking for a specific example.
And this is where all that hard work collecting evidence pays off. She can now tell the story of one of those examples from her portfolio, confidently walking him through the situation, what she did, and, most importantly, the positive outcome.
So there you have it. If we put all the pieces of Jody's journey together, we have a perfect roadmap for mastering this absolutely essential behavior.
And just like that, Jody has gone from being confused by that one word, preemptive, to being totally confident. She now has the tools to define it, develop it, evidence it for her portfolio, and discuss it like the professional she is.
So that really just leaves one last question, and this one's for you. You've seen the path Jody took, you have the tools now. So what's it going to be? What future risk or what hidden opportunity are you going to be the one to spot tomorrow?